Everyone, welcome back to Mr. Bagel's channel for trading update and analysis. And once again, if you're enjoying the content so far, please make sure you like and subscribe because every day there's so much information we want to share with you. And of course, very important, every day have your SPY, QQQ, the VIX, the futures on your chart, and also keep it a habit to check the weekly close at the end of the week, always. And looking at the SPY, weekly close, very nice. We're obviously making higher highs and higher lows. Just like back in August, we opened gap down below 20 weekly moving average, and then we were able to close above it. The very same thing is happening here again. It would actually give me the most comfort if we were able to take out this high at 599.7, but this is looking very nice to me, right? On daily, we're trading above the trendline support, the resistance, and of course, if we're moving over to smaller time frame, 4 hours, this is a relatively large selling at the second half of the session, but we're still making higher highs and higher lows. Nothing too much to report on SPY, looking nice. And on QQQ, of course, I mean, don't be intimidated by this huge volume right here. It is telling you that the bears could have taken a little bit of control during the session, but it is also telling you that there's a lot of buying. Why would I say that? The previous low was 512.95. We came down to 513.11. We just found huge support over here. The bulls just came back in to defend the market, right? This is a pretty nice close. If you're going over to 4 hours, the the buyers definitely took control over the first half of the session and then some profit taken down here, right? The volume is still nice, pretty good cross, and also BX still looking very nice for accumulation. Now, if we are looking at the VIX, yeah, I mean, we took out the low, so that's nice. Daily, also lower high and lower low. The VX also turned, and we had a cross on MACD. On weekly, also very nice because we were able to take out the previous low, and now, yeah, a lower low. And the weekly also turned on the VIX. That's looking great. Now, of course, the most important market is semiconductor. Not the nicest close just because it is lower high and lower low, but very good volume. And MACD is about to cross by the looks of it. Also, the exchanger turning pretty nice. Yeah, right now, yeah, this is still, we're trading way above this um, market bias, the green area. Taking out this level would be a big deal for semi. NVIDIA doesn't look as nice as some of the other names. Why would I say that? Just because this is a very nasty sell, right? During that day, all the other semis were holding pretty nice. I mean, compared to NVIDIA. But of course, we knew that the very next day, the market was opening gap up and we went down a little bit, found support, couldn't take out this high, and the volume is on the decreasing side. So not looking as good, but if you're going over to a smaller time frame, of course, we shoot up very nicely and didn't take out the resistance, but not a lot, not too much selling, I would say, because we found the support closing above these moving averages. The volume is also kind of on the lower side. So Nvidia, not too much read right here. We're obviously making higher low. Weekly, not the greatest close. Taking out this level would really set the stock for potentially another all-time high. But right now, because we're in earning seasons, if I'd say if 4 out of the max 7 names can beat by a wide margin, the market will be ready to make another all-time high. Um, I think Applied Materials and ARM would be still the top pick, just because it has been consolidating for an even longer time. When you see this 3 monthly chart, declining volume, and same is also very true for ARM, right? Even better, right? Higher low, and then the volume just kind of disappeared from this market, right? So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if ARM makes another higher high. I mean, another all-time high in the next couple of months. And AMD, just when I think most retail have given up on this name, it is showing some sign of life. Yeah. So always like you have to know this. When a trend is about to start, you have to be patient because it is always very choppy, right? The bulls and the bears are still fighting during this stage as long as we're still defending this support level, and the trend will become more clear. And the bulls will just take it higher, and then some bears will eventually close their trades and capitulate, and then the trend will just become much more clear going forward, right? But if you're early in the trend, just be patient about this. Of course, higher highs and higher lows, and BX obviously turned very nicely. And right at the open, AMD on Friday, it was able to find support on 4-hour moving average, and it was trading down here to hit the Fibonacci and then close very nice. This is a very nice close for AMD. On weekly, of course, lower high and lower low, but the volume is very good, and we're still defending this 200-week moving average. If we break, not good, but I think AMD has more upside to go. Potentially taking out this trend line, we can take AMD higher to even 140, uh, in my opinion. But again, I don't think semi is looking as good as home builder. Look at this monster close on the weekly, right? Just on the volume side and also higher high by a huge percentage, right? And weekly, the BX also turned. Buyers are stepping in to accumulate at this stage, right? Just a series of higher highs and higher lows. Um, Lows actually looks even better than Home Depot just because look at this huge accumulation, MACD huge cross. Look at this blue line. This is by a very wide standard deviation, right? The buying is crazy over here. Of course, on the daily, higher highs and higher lows, and then volume has been increasing. And if you're going over to 4 hour, right? At at first, it was maybe red, but the buyers were just stepping in to defend this name. Wouldn't be surprised to take out the next resistance and potentially making another all-time high. And so, Palantir, we've been bullish on this name. The weekly close didn't give me as much comfort just because not just lower high and lower low, the volume is not as good. And yeah, not like Caterpillar and some other industrial name. They retested 20 weekly moving average and just found huge support over there. Can Palantir potentially be trading down to $60 per share to test this moving average? It's possible, but at this stage, if you're going over to 4 hour, we talked about this. We were able to find the trend over here. I think this is still an uptrend, but yeah, this is just because weekly close is not that nice. If we fail this 20 days moving average, this thing can look a little dodgy. Tesla, yeah, I'd say for Tesla, obviously it's looking very good. 4 hours, right? Higher highs and higher lows. It looks very similar to Snowflake. Oh, spelled that wrong. Snowflake. Yeah, I strongly believe this is going to make another high, all-time high. Um, Always larger time frame dictates. Look at the weekly back to previously higher highs and higher lows. Big support, obviously defending this market bias on the weekly, and then right higher highs and higher lows and huge transaction and volume over there. Going over to 4 hours, it's actually more clear. You see, Snowflake has been respecting this trend line and broke, retest, and take it higher. $170 call wall was not easy to breach. I mean, it wouldn't have happened if the broader market was not so strong because you see, we took out 170.2, we just found a lot of sellers finding support over here. The next day, 170.45, just slightly higher than what it was before, and selling. And then we just found another support over here and 170.65, right? I mean, we are slowly taking out the previous level. So that's why I said if you're very early in the trend, you know, be patient. It can be choppy. This is the kind of chopsity that you usually see at the very start of a trend. And then on Friday, monster transactions are going through, hitting 173, closed below above $170. So the call wall can potentially be becoming put wall at this stage. So you better believe $170 can have some support and people would defend that zone. Looking very nice. Even if we down here to retest this Fibonacci and this major moving average, still looking pretty good. For big tech, a lot of people are saying Meta. I don't get it just because this is yeah lower highs and lower lows, pretty good volume indeed. But with TikTok back in the game, I don't think that kind of trade still has the same catalyst as we thought with Meta, even though it did close above 20 days moving average. For big tech, I would really be looking at Microsoft. But again, be cautious because we're in earnings seasons and all these names are going to report their earnings pretty soon. Because on the weekly for Microsoft, we actually managed to take out the previous high. Very great, significant volume over here. And on the BX, we also turned. But of course, we met this kind of resistance. We are selling a little bit, finding a little bit of support on this major moving average. I would rather, just sell puts on this name. Considering, well, I think the earnings coming up pretty soon. So be careful with options trading on this name. And when we really find support, then I would go over to enter a long position because yeah, taking out this level is gonna be that's gonna matter. If we can take out this level and stay above it, all-time high pretty soon. Right. Yeah, so that was it for today. Of course, market's not open on Monday. Statistically, I think after looking at some stats, we also know that after market closure, we tend to see a little bit of selling. We tend to rally the day before, and then we sell it a little bit after. So just yeah, futures down a little bit. And as I was looking at this, we of course found some short-term resistance. Short-term top is in. I wouldn't be surprised if we take out this low. So that's why I said for this market to make all-time high, the earnings season will matter. All right. But be optimistic because yeah, crypto is going insane. Yeah. Speaking of, why don't we talk about Coinbase? Coinbase, absolutely monster, right? The greatest close out of all the names we talked about. All time high, maybe all time high tomorrow. Who knows? Yeah, this is taking out the previous high, even stronger than Tesla. Very good cross, very good volume, and also BX. Okay, we will continue to notify any setups on this channel. And once again, this is not financial advice. You're trading on your own risk. I'm just providing you with what I'm seeing in the market. Please make sure you do whatever feels comfortable and controlling your risk. And I will see you back here on Tuesday. Still very optimistic about the market. Until then, happy trading. Bye for now.